What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite. Welcome back to the Jose Mourinho Challenge with Sporting. Today we have Austria Wien in the Europa Conference League group stage, the first match of the Europa Conference League group stage, and Vizela in the Allianz Cup. We played one game in between. It was against a very bad Aruca team, and we only won 1-0. We are struggling against bad teams. Astoro Praia, we drew 1-1. They're very bad. Aruca, we only beat them 1-0. Even though we created a bunch of chances. Like, you might think it's a problem because we are playing more Jose Mourinho style, more defensive, but we created a bunch of chances. We were the much better team. We still have the same problem we had last year. We cannot put away our chances. It's been a problem for the most part this year, too. I mean, I think the Morin's match is more of an outlier than anything because if you look at how we've played on the season, there's a lot of one-goal games, and the high goal games, there's typically been a lot of set-piece goals or own goals or just non-open play goals. We are struggling. I thought bringing in a couple, Douglas Costa and Gareth Bale and having a full season of Pedro Gonçalves, that shadow striker, I thought that would help. Doesn't seem like it's done anything. We still can't put away our chances. Had about 3 XG. They had like 0.3. And we win 1-0. I mean, I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to maybe see if a more attacking mentality, because I don't think I need to change the shape or the instructions because they're creating chances. That is what I can do. I can create chances. But it's on my players to put them away, and they're not doing that. Maybe a more attacking mentality will help them do it. I don't know. We'll try that for the Vizela match. They are literally the worst team in the league. They don't have any points through 7 games. And it's at home. So I'm going to go more attacking. If we play very well against them, we start scoring goals against them. Maybe that's something I'll change against garbage teams, but this one I'll have to be a little bit more defensive. I think Austria Wien away from home, so they're a pretty good team. And we do have a little bit of rotation because we have some tired players. Maybe I shouldn't have played a lot of starters versus Aruca, but it turned out we needed them. But I did play a lot of starters, and a lot of them are tired. Mostly Pedro Gonçalves, kind of the main one that's tired, so missing him is going to suck. Gareth Bale is also tired, but I don't think I can bench all of my good players. So him and Tabata are both going to start even though they're a little bit tired. Nuno Santos comes back in. Abisher comes in for Pedro Gonçalves. Starting midfield partnership of Polina and Nunez. Ditta comes in for, where is he? Caceres, who's a little bit tired. So Ditta comes in. Skyler comes in at right back because Aguilar is also tired. So a little bit of rotation, but still should be a good enough squad to get the win. I think it should be good enough. It just depends what team shows up. If it's the team that showed up against Morin's, we're going to smash them. If it's the team that showed up last match, we're probably going to lose because typically teams we play, they put away their chances for the most part. If they get chances, they put them away. We are not doing that. We need to do that. Gareth Bale needs to step up. He did get his first open play goal last game, so that was good to see. His first 2 goals were both set pieces, both penalties. So he finally got an open play goal. Hopefully that'll help spur him on a few more. We're favorites for a reason. Go out there and make sure there's no doubt as to why. I trust you all to make the difference tonight. Make me proud. Do you hope your team can produce today? It's hard to say. If we play our game, we'll be great, but it's going to be a tricky match. Sebastian Caceres isn't in the squad today, but isn't injured as far as we know. Why is he out? He's just being rested. There's no story here. Looks like Bruno Tabata might be asked to play a different role to usual today. What's the reasoning there? He's not. He's playing the same role he's always ever played. So, no comment. First highlight comes 8 minutes in. It's going to start with Abisher going down this left-hand side. Overruns the ball and loses it, but falls to Polina. Ignacio playing a little bit high up the pitch, but gets into Abisher to Bale. What is that, Nuno Santos? Why are you trying a shot there? That's a foul. I don't think it's a red card or anything, but it's a foul. It should be a decent free kick opportunity for us. Not even a card. Gareth Bale to take it. See if he can get a set-piece goal. Not quite. Can't quite get his first free kick of the series for us, but decent opportunity. We still have We had the ball. They give it away immediately, too, which is nice. At least they're helping us out a little bit. Not very good from the first couple minutes, though. I mean, giving the ball away far too easily. 4 shots, 0 on target. We're not doing any better than we have been other than the Morin's match. But Polina is scoring quite a few goals. That is his third corner goal this season. And we're not very far into the season, so he's gotten off to a pretty good start. I think he's actually already scored more goals. Well, I mean, we only played 4 games last season. I was going to say he scored more goals than Coates did, but we did only play 4 games last season. But I don't think Coates scored a single corner goal. Polina already has 34, so that's good to see. I like to see us scoring a few corner goals. We've got both the near post and a far post set up, so mostly just because I don't know which is better in this game. I think near post is still pretty good, even though they did nerf it. I think near post is still pretty good, but I think it's okay to do both, as long as you got good setups for both of them. If we can get an interception here, we do. Tabata gets the interception. Ooh, he gets the ball back. Heavy touch, but he still keeps it. I was about to give. Oh, man. Okay, it worked out. I was going to say, Mateus Nunes was in a load of space, but he finds the ball to the back post to Nuno Santos, and he puts it in the back of the net. Wasn't a great first 15 minutes, but last 5 to 10 have been very good. Thought that first touch was going to screw him over right there, but nice ball in. Nuno Santos in the back post. Can't miss that one. We're 2-0 up, away from home in the first half. Good start. Gareth Bale is already tired, but he's playing well. Do I take him off at halftime? I don't know if I can trust just a 2-0 lead, so I might keep him on for a little bit. Hopefully he'll be a little bit more fit by the time we come out of halftime. Doesn't look like he's going to be, but they haven't done anything. We've taken the chances we've actually got on target, so that's good. Don't have the highest XG, so this is kind of more of the Mourinho style, where we're not getting a ridiculous high XG. We're actually outperforming our XG, which most games this season I feel like we've underperformed our XG, so good start. I'm very happy with the way things are going so far. Keep it up, lads. More of that in the second half. Goal kick here in the 47th minute. It's going to start with us. If we can get on the end of this, which we will eventually. Tabata wins the knockdown. Well, he gets the eventual knockdown. I think Austria Wien won it. Bale has a chance to be through on goal. His lack of physical is really coming into play there. Can't get quite on the end of it, but it gets a pullback from Nuno Santos. Gets blocked. Good opportunity right there. Decent chance. I mean, I don't think we played that too poorly, so that's good to see. Bale still pretty tired, so probably will be looking to come off sooner rather than later. If we get a goal, I'll immediately take him off. But I'm still not super comfortable, only up 2-0. They've not done anything this match, but still, I don't quite trust this team yet. It'll take me a little bit more time. I think I will take Gareth Bale off at this point, though. 60 minutes in, he's pretty tired. He's not been spectacular the second half. I think he can come off. Tomas, even though he's just terrible, is going to come on. Maybe last time he came on, he got a goal. So maybe he can do that again today. Give him the opportunity. And there's going to be a highlight here in the 63rd minute. Just a couple more minutes in. It's going to start with us from a corner. Abisher from a throw-in, that is, at the corner. Tabata, our center backs are 4. They're getting back now. Ignacio. Should be Ditta here. I'm guessing that's Ditta. I don't know. Goes back to Adon, though. It's Ditta. Nuno Mendes in a good position. Finds Bruno Tabata. Another player we might be having to take off. Is pretty tired to start the match, but he's played very well. 7.8. He's got an assist. Nunez. Back to Mendes. Kind of cutting in a little bit. Polina. Going to go for a long shot, and he nearly puts it in the back of the net. That's not really his game. His game is headers and more headers, but a good long shot from João Polina. And another corner. This time, Tabata takes again. Ignacio at the near post. Just heads it over. I mean, I can't be unhappy with how he played. Most of the players on a really good rating. Some of the new players that came in, Abisher, Ditta, haven't played particularly well, but Ignacio nearly gets a goal. Would have been our third. Would have been the decider, I think. I don't think they would come back 3-0. I don't think they're going to come back 2-0 with only 15 minutes left, but still, I'd like to get another one. Be a little bit more convincing. I'd like to get a goal in this second half just to kind of keep the form we had in the first half going. I mean, had, 10 shots in the second half, and we've not scored any of them. Finishing was a little bit better that first half. The second half, it's been back to normal. Bruno Tabata's got to come off. He's the best player on the pitch, but he's tired coming in. He's still tired. Colomwani going to come on. He's going to switch to Nuno Santos because he cannot play on the left side, so he's going to come on as that right winger. Abisher is also tired, but since he's a backup and Pedro Gonçalves is tired, I don't really want to bring on Pedro Gonçalves. Nuno Mendes is tired. I might take him off. Obviously, he's my star rating, our best player. by rating, probably still our best player. Ignacio also tired. I mean, I want to rest both of them, but that's not possible with 3 subs. Uh, Mendez or Ignacio? I think Mendez just because he's more valuable to this team. Like Ignacio, I don't know. I was gonna say we have a good backup if Mendez gets hurt. We really don't. Don't have good backup if Ignacio gets hurt either. I don't trust any of our backup center backs really to start. I mean, see, Ditta does basically nothing this match. He's probably our best backup right now in terms of the center back position. I'm gonna rank Scovion. Move him to more of an automatic role. He'll be on support. See this game out. Shouldn't be a problem. Tell the team to focus. There's going to be a highlight. It's going to start with their goal kick. 81 minutes in. If we can win this, and Ditsa does actually win it. All 5'11" of them. And we're going to get the knockdown. Skye looking for Tomas up the top, but he heads it down to Abisher. I did not think he was going to win that header, but he did. Polina. Kolomuani, who's done all right in the time he's been given. He's played a little bit more than I thought he would, but he's done all right in the time. He's had one really good game. The other games he's had a couple average games and one pretty bad one. But if he can play like that first match he played for us, which he played very well. He was the man of the match for that game. Let's see more of that he could be a very valuable role player for us. We can't quite get the ball into Tomas. It's been nice to see him get another goal, keep his form going. I believe the last time he played, he scored, so he was off the bench. He's yet to get a goal from being a starter, but he gets an assist. Mateus Nunez gets a rare goal for him, his first goal of the season. And it's from a pullback from Thiago Tomas, getting to the byline. Kolomuani involved as well, running down this right-hand side as this winger, puts the ball in. Tomas gets a touch, pulls it back to Nunez, and he has an open goal. It is 3-0. It is a comfortable victory against probably the hardest game of the group stage, away against Austria Wien. I think that's the hardest game, and we've done well in it, so that's very good to see. We've almost maxed our XG, but 24 shots, only 3 goals. Maybe you expect a little bit better there. Just our conversion of shots into shots on target has not been great. But XG is decent. Possession is very good for a team that doesn't try for possession, that looks mostly to hit on the counterattack. That is some very good possession to see. We were much better than the Austria Wien. That is good to see after some less than stellar performances in the league and even in the qualifiers for this Europa Conference League. Very good performance today. Good to see. Now let's see if we can keep that going against the worst team in the league. A very nice victory. Well done. That was not easy opposition. So to see you go out there and play to your levels, that is very good to see. Let's keep that form going. That was a really impressive performance, even considering recent form, right? We're playing well. Long may it continue. Is there a reflection of your dominance that Austria Wien didn't have as much as a single shot on target? I think it was a complete performance. As a complete performance as we could have hoped for. I'm very pleased. Can you explain Thiago Tomas' bad day in front of goal? I mean, he maybe lacked a little composure and a little luck, but I can't fault the effort. Good win. Now we're on to Vizela in the Allianz Cup. See if we can get a comfortable victory there as well. And we are back for the Vizela match. And since it's a match in the Allianz Cup competition, I don't really care about that much. And since we've got an FCSB match in the Europa Conference League coming up after this, I'm doing a lot of rotation. So Tomas comes in at striker. Tavara comes in at attacking mid. Santos keeps his position because he needs a little bit of match sharpness. So he's going to stay. Kolomuani comes in on the other side. Ugarte and Regancha start in the midfield. Vinagre starts at left back. Castillo gets his first start at right back. Ditta keeps in there next to Segovia. And Van de Voort comes in for his first game for Sporting. So he's going to play this match. Yeah, entirely rotated squad. Santos the only one you could consider a starter to be in there. So we've got some options off the bench. Polina. I have brought some backups on the bench too. Paz, Escayo's on the bench. We've got Bale, Tabata, Gonzalez. Gonzalez being probably one of the key players if we need a goal. He's probably the one to come off the bench. He's got the most goals and the most assists for the team this season. So if we need an impact player, he's definitely one to come on. Gareth Bale I think can also do that, being probably better than Tomas. Maybe even Bruno Tabata. He's played very well. He was the man of the match last game. So yeah, I've got options, but they're the worst team in the league. This still should be good enough. I am gonna make a few changes just because they're the worst team in the league and we've struggled against bad teams so far. I'm gonna try changing the mentality to attacking. And I'm gonna try changing both of our wingers onto attacking. I think those are the only changes I'm gonna make. Keep the striker as the pressing forward on attack. Tavares is the advanced playmaker. Castillo will move on attack since he's on automatic duty. He'll be on attack as well. So just more attacking mentalities, a general attacking mentality for the squad. See if that's going to contribute to being more goals. We actually have 2 more subs. We have 9 subs in this competition. So we can put 2 more players on the bench. It's going to be Mateus Reese, be a backup left back, and maybe another winger probably. So Plata's pretty tired. Otherwise, I would put him on the bench. Douglas Costa, I guess, can be on the bench in case we need him. So another impact player off the bench. The only competition, I think, where we get 9 subs. So that's kind of nice. All right, let's go. A quick change. You have to have 2 under-21 Portuguese players in your starting 11 for this competition. So we've had to bring Nuno Mendes in. So him and Tomas are our 2 under-21 players. Now we can go. Vizela have lost all 8 of their last games. So I expect us to pile on the misery here. Saying that, we still cannot underestimate them. I'm going to start off with a kickoff highlight. And it's going to start with Vizela. Tomas with a good interception. Has a chance to score the first goal of the game 12 seconds in. And he does. I thought that was just going to be a nothing highlight. I was like, there's never a kickoff highlight. But that is terrible from the Vizela defender. Passes it back, just takes too much time on the ball. Tomas intercepts it. And he finishes it well. Good to see a good finish from Thiago Tomas. He's had troubles in those positions. When he's 1-1 with the keeper, he misses them more often than he makes them. So, good to see it go in. Maybe that'll help his confidence a little bit. We're going to have another highlight in the 9th minute. I mean, if we can put in a few 4 or 5 goals for today, Thiago Tomas with a chance for another, and he scores it. He's offside. I was going to say, it's a Thiago Tomas game. He started off our time here at Sporting with a hat trick. Looked like he might be on pace for another one, but he is offside there, so that one won't count. But still, we've looked very good so far. He's taken the chances he's been given. Even though that was offside, he took the chance, so I'm happy with that. Now they're going to start with the throw-in. Going back to their center back, we know that's not comfortable for them, so I'm happy to see their center backs on the ball as long as possible. They are going to get it out here to the wing to Coffee Coau. I don't know. Ditta, all 5'11" of them, heads it away. To Colomwani. Over to Nuno Santos, who's in a lot of space. He's going to take a ball inside. Goes to Thiago Tomas. Got a tight angle. And the defender makes a good stop. I think even if... is he offside again? Wait, how's that a goal kick? I don't think Tomas got a touch of that. Apparently he did, but it looked like it went straight off the defender, out of play, but whatever. We've got our lead. I mean, good Lord. There's a reason this Vizela team is the worst in the league. It's because of terrible play by their defense, obviously. Give away by their center back, and then their goalkeeper passes it straight to our striker, who just taps it into an empty net. Just terrible from Pedro Silva. I don't know what he's thinking there. Like, what are you doing? Clear it long, something. Don't pass it straight to our striker. I mean, okay, do pass it straight to our striker, but if I was your manager, you'd be getting dropped right now. I usually don't have a goalkeeper on the bench, but I might even put a position player in there because I don't know if they can be worse. Got a free kick now. Tavara to put over it. He's very good from free kicks. He nearly shows it there. Skims the top of the crossbar. Goes over. Looks like we might be going into the halftime with a 2-0 lead. Got a little bit of time left. 5 minutes, but we are going to have a highlight. 42nd minute. It's going to start with a throw-in. Like I said, we've got our center backs in the box. Goes to Ditta at the back post, who heads it back across, but who can't win the second ball. Segovia goes all the way back to Daniel Bragança. Into Manuel Ugarte. Nuno Mendes. Didn't really want to have to start him today, but we needed 221 players. Do that or play like a 1.5 star player, and I think I'd rather play a decent player. I mean, even though they're worst team in the league, I don't want to... Oh, if he was paying attention there, that was Tomas's hat trick. Look in the opposite direction. I don't know why, but he was looking the opposite direction of where the ball was. Time has run out for this first half, but we're still going to look like we might have a highlight. There's 40 seconds left. Starting with going all the way back to Van de Voort. It's going to go long. Looking for Thiago Tomas, who is through on goal. Another mistake by the defense, and Tomas takes advantage of it for his 3rd goal of the game. His hat trick. And it says it's his 3rd goal of the season. I know he got a goal. So, I'm pretty sure that's his 4th. But, I don't know. All I know is that's his hat trick. Defense, again, terrible. Goalkeeper, you can't really blame him there. Just a good finish. I don't think the keeper stood a chance. This is why they're bad. I mean, it's hard to take a lot of credit for our play because two of them were just terrible plays by their defense. Give away by the center back, give away by the goalkeeper. Hard to say going more attacking has been the difference, but I mean, maybe it's caused us to press a little bit more intensity, which has led to the turnovers. I don't know. I don't know where to put the credit, but 3-0 up, happy with that. To be honest, boys, there's not a lot for me to say. You've been doing brilliantly. Just keep going. They've made 2 subs at halftime. We're getting started in the 47th minute with our first highlight of the second half. I think they've kind of mailed it in. Taken off some of their more important players, I'm assuming, and just accepted that they're not going to win this match. Which, if they did, it would be an absolute collapse from us. Especially with how they've looked today. They've not done anything going forward, and they've been just absolutely dreadful defensively. They have a chance here, though. Ball cleared out to their striker. Andrezinho, one of the substitutes, picks it up and starts running. Ditta has a chance to match him. Maybe stop the ball in, but can't quite. Pulls it way back to Clodomir. Kiko, they have a chance. Andrezinho with a shot towards the far post, and that is a very good finish. Maybe that guy should have started from the off. He looks like their best player. That was a hell of a finish. I mean, we probably should have done a little bit better there. We let them do whatever they wanted. But still, can't discredit a finish like that. Cuts in, didn't care enough to try to stop him. Just kind of watched him do it. I'd like to see a little bit more focus there from the defense. Kind of just switching off there completely, thinking they had the game won. I mean, maybe that's partly my fault, too, for praising them coming out of halftime, but hopefully that puts them in a little bit more of a focused mindset. They know that if they keep screwing around, they can lose this match still. Nuno Mendes, hopefully just the quality we have is going to be enough to see us through it, but he goes on a mazy run but gives the ball away. If they score here, it will be very nervy because there's a lot of game left, and they've kind of dominated us the second half. Vandervoort with a good save, but their best player, who for some reason didn't start this match, has absolutely ripped us a new one this half. Andrezinho is currently the best player on the pitch. And we went from 3-0 up, them doing absolutely nothing, to 3-2. Berate. What the hell was that? Nuno Santos, a little bit of a knock. He might need to come off. Garte, of all people, gets the goal. Usually that's João Palhinha, but Garte taking that role today. Not the ideal guy to aim for from corners, but, I mean, can't argue with results. He gets the goal. Get a little bit of a cushion again. Nuno Santos is going to come off with that a little bit of a knock. I guess Bruno Tabata can come off. Douglas Costa also fit, but I think Tabata's actually... No, bring on Douglas Costa. Tabata's actually been better. So, we'll bring Douglas Costa on. Maybe playing against a bad team might get him a little bit some form to play into. Of course, they have 0.6 XG and 2 goals because they're the most clinical team the world has ever seen. Kolomuani puts it just wide. Started off great, but he's not looked very good the past couple of matches he's got a chance to play. As things stand, though, we're top of the group. 4-2, but they have a free kick. If they score this, I don't know what to think. Samu over it. Vandervoort with a good save. That was going in, so he had to make that save. No one particularly playing poorly in our lineup. Lowest is 6.8 for Segovia and Mendez, and just Segovia and Mendez. Tomas on a 9.4. Good to see. Kolomuani at the back post, but he heads it as close to the goalkeeper as he physically could. There was so much of that goal to aim for, and he hit it directly to the goalkeeper. Andrezinho might be getting an assist for his 2 goals, but it gets blocked. Falls to Walterson, though. Nuno Mendes with a good tackle. We're going to get away with it. Andrezinho's a threat. He is a danger. He has absolutely shredded us this half. A couple tired players did to Kolomuani, but they're very deep backups, so I don't know if I necessarily need to give them time off. As Segovia gets I believe that's his first goal of the season. Are they looking back on it? I think they might not be. Are they giving? They're giving it. I don't know why it didn't show that it was his first goal. I'm pretty sure it was. Pretty good goal. Back post, good header. Keeper maybe should have done a little bit better there. 5-2. We looked like we were going to screw around and maybe not get the comfortable win we should have, but we've gone pretty well this last couple of minutes. Gotten a few goals. Everyone's over to 7 now. We've made one sub. It looks like it's time to make a few more at least. A lot of tired players on the pitch. Nuno Mendes being the key one, probably the key player on the pitch right now, so he's going to come off for Mateus Reis. I don't think I have to play under 21 player at every moment in the starting 11. I think I can make this sub. You just have to start the match with 2 of them. Looks like it's going to be a 5-2 win. 5 minutes left. Unless we get another highlight, it's going to be end of game. Final sub. I want to bring on Bruno Paz or Neto. Maybe Bruno Paz, because these midfielders are pretty important. Ugarte especially, I think, is important as a backup, so I think I'll bring in Paz for him. Bruno can play a bunch of different roles. He's kind of the reason we've kept him around is because he's not a terrible player. He's got some really good mentals. His technicals are pretty crap, but he's got some really good mentals. His physicals aren't terrible, but he can play multiple roles. He can play the deep line playmaker role. He's got the passing for it, the first touch, the composure, the decisions. Doesn't have the best tackling, but with his solid mentals, I think he can play a defensive role all right. Maybe defensive midfielder defend, kind of like Manuel Ugarte does. He is set to that, so put him in there for the last couple of minutes. I doubt, do we get more subs in this competition? We do actually get more than 3 subs. I thought we might since we had extra players on the bench. So we do get some more subs. So I will bring on Luis Neto for Ditta. Be one of his only appearances for the season just because he's not very good. But 5th center back for us. I think we still needed him around. I'm guessing we have 1 sub left to make. And I think it's going to be... I don't really... Players are either tired, Gareth Bale, or kind of important first-team players, Tabata, Gonzalez, Polina, and Escaio. Well, Escaio's not, but Castillo, I want to give him game time. Maybe I'll take off Kolo Muani. Maybe I'll take off... No, Douglas Costa came on as a sub. I think I will take off Kolo Muani. I'll move Castillo up to being a winger. And I'll bring on Ricardo Escaio. Make our last sub. Might as well make all the subs we got. Kolo Muani, last little performance on the pitch. Finds the ball back to Castillo. Looks for the cross in, but can't find any Sporting players. Ugarte Ditta out in an unfamiliar position, out wide on the left-hand side. Douglas Costa hits it against the defender for a corner. If we score here, we're not going to score here. We should be seeing the game out from here on. Very good game. Dominated them. I mean, I would say they're a little bit more in the game than they should have for being a garbage team. 10 shots, 7 on target. They weren't completely destroyed. And the result might say a little bit differently, 5-2, but they were very much in the game. If they were more clinical, they could have made that a competitive match. I would like to see a lot better from our defense. Maybe it's because we were playing on an attacking mentality and our wingers want to attack. We gave them more space to work with, but obviously it helped because they helped us score goals, which I think is important against a bad team. Make them have to score against you. I would be okay giving a bad team a few chances just because they're less likely to take it than good teams. But we need to give ourselves as many chances as possible. So, yeah, I'm okay with that. I think the more attacking helped out a little bit. We use it a couple more times against some of the bad teams. See if it actually is that big of a difference. Good win, though. A win and a good performance. That'll do me. Good job. Little shaky start the second half, but you turned it around, and I'm proud of you for that. Nuno Santos only out 1 to 3 days. Good performance. Good to see. Now just need to see that scoring form keep going. If we can keep scoring like that, we can win this league, I think. We still haven't played the biggest teams in the league yet. It'll be interesting to see how we compare once we play them, but I like what I've seen so far. Pretty promising. So, when we come back, I want to come back for this Benfica match for sure. I think I'm going to come back for Jablonec and Benfica. All right, like I said, our first big match against a team that we're going to be competing with for the title. Benfica, they've been playing really well this season. I believe they're top of the table. They're actually not. They're 4th. They've actually dropped some points recently. If we look at their schedule, must have just happened because they were doing really well. They lost against Belenenses a little bit earlier in the season. Actually, to start the season, they just drew with Rio Ave. That's what's dropped them down a few points. Not a very good draw for them, but Belenenses of all teams is at the top of the table. They've played 2 more games than us. Everyone above us has played 2 more games than us. So we would be tied. We'd actually be top of the table if we win both games in hand because of our goal difference. Porto, a little bit better goal difference, but they've dropped one game. They've lost a game so far. We've only had the one draw, so started the season pretty well. If we can keep it going against the better teams, the Benficas, the Portos, I guess the Belenenses, then we could be in for a very good season. But yeah, I'll see you next time for Find It, Benfica and Jablonec. That's going to be the end of this episode. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.